Welcome back once again, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's Tony back with you again for more high fantasy, sword and sorcery fantasy films out of my collection. 5 more for you here today. 3 of them are Arrow titles, which is nice when you see the boutique companies throwing some stuff in there, throwing the hat in the ring with this kind of stuff, because they always tend to make it look good. It's well presented and that. So yeah, the first one we'll take a look at today is from the producers of 300. And it does very much look like 300 in the way it's shot, the camera work, the way there's a lot of green screen, blue screen stuff going on. It's Immortals. I know me and Brad was talking about this film a couple of days back, and he asked me had I ever seen it. Yeah, I saw this when it first came out at cinema. I think me, myself, my dad and my brother went watching this. It was really, really good. It's a long film, but it's action-packed all the way through, and it's got quite a decent cast in it. Henry Cavill, he plays Theseus, who's on the front. Stephen Dorff, Luke Evans, Isabel Lucas, Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke plays the bad guy in this. The whole premise of the film is Mickey Rourke is a tyrant. It's all based on Greek mythology. Mickey Rourke is the tyrant in it. He's looking for the weapon, the one weapon that can kill the gods. I think his character's name Hyperion in it. And Henry Cavill as Theseus gets chosen by the gods to sort of rise up against him and lead the charge to stop the gods being killed. It's really, really good. If you like 300, if you like those Zack Snyder looking kind of early films that were good films, then you'll enjoy Immortals. Just be warned, it's quite a long film. Next one, when this one got announced from the Arrow big set up there, I was made up with this. I'd only ever seen it on VHS before. I'd never seen it on anything else, and it looks brilliant as well as it is Dungeon Master. I love all this kind of stuff. The Charlie Band stuff like this is brilliant. It's packed full of special content. It is really, really good. If you know the film, you know it's a bit batshit crazy. The only edit I'd ever seen of this film was the timeline, the way each installation of the timeline happens was edited wrong. They went back and put it back together how it should have looked. This was known as Rage War in a lot of places. I think it was definitely known as Rage War in the UK. I never really know what category to put this film in. In places it feels a bit sci-fi, in places it feels a bit sword and sorcery, it feels a bit fantasy-ish. It's all over the show. But it's a beautiful little film. And one that I used to go back to on a regular basis when I was younger. And for Arrow to give this the treatment like they give it, I mean, I was made up with it. So it was really, really good to finally have a good copy of that. Again, not knowing what genre to put things in, this one's a bit of an oddball because it's nowhere near like the original film. This is a lot darker. And again, a Disney film. It's Return to Oz. Again, another film that I really, really enjoy. I've always really liked. Because I think it is a little bit more dark. If you watch it to the original Return to the Wizard of Oz, it's definitely got darker undertones, series of events, the witch that's in it, the sort of wheelies that are in it, the Gnome King, everything about it was a little bit more scary compared to what. And I know the original film's very old, and this was an 80s film, but even still, a quite more sort of dark route for Disney to go down. But again, one of the Disney films that I've always really enjoyed. Next up, another Terry Gilliam film. We've already looked at some Terry Gilliam stuff, but for me, one of the best ones he did this of his own standalone stuff. And my good mate Rick, one of his favourite films of all time. It is Time Bandits. Absolutely brilliant film. The premise of this, a party of dwarves have run off with a map that can show them around different points of time. So they can open time doors in different points of time and move around time quite freely, but they're really crap at reading the map, and they just always end up in different places. And they end up in the bedroom of a young boy. And while there, the keeper of the map sort of finds them, and he tries to get the map off them, so they decide to go on the run, and the little boy comes with them and sort of kidnap him. Really, really good film. Bags of fun. Sean Connery pops up in this for a little while. Some of the Monty Python crew in it is in here. I think it's Michael Palin. Is it Michael Palin? Oh no, John Cleese that's in this one, that plays the bad guy in it at the end. A fantastic, fantastic little film. If you've never ever seen it, I definitely recommend checking out Time Bandits. Arrow did a brilliant job with this film. This is the best it's ever looked. So go and check that one out. Normally I wouldn't class this film or previous films that have been done of this as sort of fancy sword and sorcery. The sort of like cut away from that. But this particular version, I would say, is a fantasy film. There is an element in there of witchcraft and sorcery. And I always liked it for it. Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense that Robin Hood's an American, but it's Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Again, a film that I saw at the cinema, a film I've always liked. It's a little tongue-in-cheek. It's got a good comedic value to it. It's got some really, really good actors in it. Yeah, it's not your traditional Robin Hood kind of film, you know what I mean? Americans portraying English guys, you know what I mean? It doesn't always work. And having Kevin Costner in this at the time obviously boosted this through the fucking stratosphere. He couldn't do no wrong at the particular time that this came out. And it is a really, really good film. It's really enjoyable, and one that we go back to in this household on a regular basis. And again, it's nice Arrow picked a title up like this and give it the treatment, because it's packed full of content, this one. Absolutely loads. I would imagine the 4K of it looks brilliant, but the Blu-ray for me just it looks as good as I need it to look. So yeah, so that was the 5 for this episode. So we had Immortals, The Dungeon Master, Disney's Return to Oz, The Brilliant Time Bandits, and Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. So again, thank you for everybody that's been tuning in on a regular basis to watch these episodes. It means a lot. It does mean a lot that people are coming back to the channel to watch me talk bollocks for 10 to 15 minutes at a time about this stuff that's behind me. Again, please consider giving us a like on the videos. And if you're new to the channel or you've not done so already, please, if you like this kind of stuff, please consider giving us a subscribe. I've always got new stuff coming out. So till the next one, everybody, take care. I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye.